Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Young and Restless preview. Mariah's on the verge of confessing her transgression to Tessa, and Claire's big plan is to do what? In the latest video preview for The Young and the Restless, Mariah is asking for forgiveness from Tessa, and Phyllis is making yet another deal with the devil. Plus, who wants to throw a party? After letting Phyllis go and hiring Sally to be his number two, Phyllis issued Billy a chilling warning that he'd live to regret this. She wasn't the only one out to punish Billy, as Victor ordered Adam to crush his junior Abbott nemesis. But Victor has more tricks up his sleeve, as he always does. Next week, Victor asks Phyllis what information she has for him. She warns him that she's not going to give him anything until he promises her something in return. What does Phyllis want? Tessa's been worried that her befriending Ian and giving him the benefit of the doubt is causing the distance between her and Mariah. Coming up, Tessa and Mariah are both teary-eyed in the park. Tessa worries Mariah can't forgive her and pleads with her that they should get therapy or family counseling. They have to find a way to work through this. Mariah sighs and tells her wife it's not Tessa who needs to be forgiven. Is Mariah about to confess that she strayed from their marriage? Finally, Victor was livid when Claire and Kyle decided to move into their own home together, and it was Adam's place they were looking to buy. He threatened almost everyone he could around Genoa City to ensure this never happened. Next week, Claire has the perfect plan to convince Victor to change his tune. The newest Newman tells Victoria and Nikki, "We have to change his mind about Kyle." Nikki asks what this grand scheme of hers is. Claire grins, "I want to throw a party." Wait, a party? That's the big plan? If there's one universal truth in Genoa City, it's this: secrets don't stay buried forever. They bubble to the surface, sometimes in whispers, sometimes in explosive confrontations, and when they do, relationships are tested, loyalties shift, and viewers at home are left slack-jawed and breathless. This week on The Young and the Restless, the emotional temperature is rising fast. In one corner, we have Mariah Copeland, normally steady, fiercely loyal, and unshakably devoted to her wife, Tessa Porter. But something's off. Behind her usually bright eyes is a flicker of fear, and every smile feels just a little too forced. She's holding something back, and it's only a matter of time before she spills. In the other corner, Claire Grace, Victor Newman's newest family project turned prodigal niece turned genius, wild card. After navigating her redemption arc, Claire's settled into the Newman family fold. But let's be real, this is YNR. No one settles for long. And Claire has a plan. One so out of left field it may actually work, or blow up in spectacular soap opera fashion. So buckle up. Because as we peek into this week's Young and the Restless happenings, we're not just previewing plot twists. We're diving into emotional minefields, legacy-defining choices, and a whole lot of wait, what just happened? Mariah's secret shame. What did she do? Let's talk about Mariah. Mariah and Tessa have come so far, from mutual mistrust to music tours to motherhood. Their love story has been hard-fought and hard-won, which makes the stakes here even higher. So what exactly is Mariah hiding? And why does it seem like this one secret could put a crack in everything she and Tessa have built? Well, it started innocently enough. Tessa had been away for a string of concerts. Her solo comeback tour was finally gaining steam, and Mariah was juggling motherhood, work, and a new nonprofit project with Devin. Nothing out of the ordinary, until temptation crept in, cloaked in compassion and late-night vulnerability. Enter Jordan, a charming, soft-spoken volunteer for Mariah's wellness campaign. Smart, kind, and refreshingly down-to-earth, Jordan was someone Mariah could vent to. Someone who wasn't immersed in Genoa City drama. Their bond grew slowly, then all at once. It wasn't physical. Not quite. But an emotional affair? An intimate connection built on long, lingering looks and shared secrets?
Yes.
Mariah crossed a line. And now she knows it. This week's preview finds her spiraling. She's short with friends, distracted around Aria, and avoiding eye contact with Tessa like the plague. When Sharon asks if something's wrong, Mariah almost folds, but pulls back at the last second. We watch her linger outside the studio door as Tessa plays a new song. The lyrics about forgiveness, about walls built and torn down, hit a little too close to home. Mariah's face crumbles. The guilt is becoming unbearable. She's going to tell Tessa. It's just a question of when and what the fallout will be. The fear beneath the confession. This isn't just about Mariah feeling guilty. It's about what her confession could cost. The fear that if she confesses, she's not just admitting a lapse in judgment, she's shattering the trust Tessa placed in her. And trust has always been the most fragile thread in their relationship. From Tessa's song-stealing days to Mariah's insecurities about being not enough, the foundation they've built rests on second chances. But this might test the limits of even their most patient love. The preview hints that Mariah will begin writing a letter, a raw, tear-stained confession that lays everything bare. Whether she delivers it or burns it is still up in the air. But fans can feel it. The emotional dam is about to break. Meanwhile, Claire's brewing a plan that has everyone talking. While Mariah is stewing in emotional angst, Claire Grace is putting on her strategist hat, and this time, her sights are set on none other than Summer Newman. You didn't misread that. It seems Claire's path to redemption has left her a little ambitious. After months of playing it safe and towing the Newman line, Claire's ready to make her mark, and she's convinced Summer is standing in her way.
Why?
It all stems from a marketing campaign. Claire, working closely with Nikki and Audra at Newman Media, pitched a bold rebrand aimed at targeting Gen Z and younger millennials. Think bolder, riskier, unapologetically inclusive. But when Summer, who's still finding her footing post-Kyle and post-Marchetti mess, expressed doubts, things got tense.
Fast.
Claire took it personally. And maybe she should have. Word is, Claire's plan involves a rather public, rather viral campaign rollout. Without Summer's approval, she's bypassing the traditional channels, aiming to flood social media with a bold teaser video showcasing Newman as a legacy that rebels. The video features images of Victor, Victoria, and yes, Claire herself, alongside the slogan, Power Reimagined. It's gutsy. It's savvy. And it's absolutely going to cause chaos. Summer's response. The gloves are off. Summer catches wind of Claire's stunt just as the campaign begins trending. At first, she's in shock. Then she's furious. What the hell is she doing? She snaps in a preview scene, slamming her tablet onto her desk. This wasn't greenlit. This wasn't even discussed. Daniel urges her to breathe. You're not going to win by yelling. You're going to win by outmaneuvering her. But it's clear Summer sees this as war. She's worked hard to rebuild her reputation after the messy end of her marriage and losing control at Marchetti. She's not going to let Claire waltz in and rewrite the Newman narrative, especially not with herself at the center of it. And here's where it gets even juicier. Claire's planning to go on Nikki's podcast to defend the campaign.
Live.
No script. No filter. It's a power move, sure. But it's also risky. Because if she fumbles, she's not just embarrassing herself. She's dragging the Newman name through the mud. A crossroads for Claire. Claire's not naive. She knows what she's doing is borderline career suicide. But part of her feels like she has to do this, not for ego but for identity. Ever since she learned she was a Newman, she's been playing catch-up. Learning the rules of a family empire that demands loyalty, but rewards cunning. Claire wants to prove that she belongs, not as a pity case, not as a symbol of redemption, but as a force in her own right. The question is, will she rise or implode?
Victor weighs in.
Of course, you can't launch a Newman-centered chaos bomb without the original power player taking notice. Victor, in full I own every room I walk into mode, watches the campaign unfold with silent calculation. "This girl has guts," he tells Nick in one of the teaser scenes. But does she have discipline? Nick isn't so sure. Victoria looks torn. And Nikki? She seems oddly proud. "You've got to admit," Nikki says with a smile, "she's got style." Victor, ever the master puppeteer, doesn't condemn Claire's move, but he doesn't endorse it either. Which leaves fans wondering, is he about to mentor her or crush her? When paths collide, Mariah and Claire. In a surprising twist, the preview hints that Mariah and Claire may cross paths, at Crimson Lights, of course, in a scene that could have far-reaching consequences. Mariah, emotionally raw, drops a cryptic comment about choices, mistakes, and what it means to tell the truth. Claire, ever perceptive, clocks her unease and offers an unlikely bit of advice. You can't control how someone reacts. You can only control what you say and why you say it. It's a throwaway line. Or is it? Because maybe, just maybe, Claire's own plan is a confession of sorts too. A confession of ambition, of identity, of the need to be seen. And in that moment, the two women, so different, so distant, share something real, the terrifying act of putting your heart on the line. The week ahead, twists, tears, and tectonic shifts. If this week's preview tells us anything, it's that emotional earthquakes are coming. Whether it's in the form of a whispered confession, a viral campaign, or a moment of reckoning between characters we never expected to cross paths, YNR is firing on all cylinders. Will Mariah come clean to Tessa? Will Claire's gamble pay off? Or will it explode in her face? And what will happen when Victor finally chooses a side? As always, in Genoa City, the answers will be layered, complicated, and delivered with a side of champagne and drama. Final thoughts. Vulnerability as a superpower. At its core, this week's Young and Restless isn't just about secrets or schemes. It's about vulnerability. Mariah's fear of losing love. Claire's hunger to be recognized. Summer's fight to protect her voice. Each woman is standing at a precipice, hearts pounding, unsure of what comes next. And that's what makes this show so enduring. Beneath the glam, the betrayal, the backroom deals, it's always been about emotion. About people who love deeply, hurt deeply, and rise anyway. So don't miss a moment. Because when Mariah finally speaks her truth, when Claire finally stands tall, when the dust settles and the pieces fall into place, you'll want to say you saw it all unfold.